Welcome. This is AIL TV, as I always say, a channel that aims to entertain, to educate, and inform. In the studio today, no, remotely, of course, in the studio here in North London, and we have got a gentleman by the name of Steve Kasamba. Now, Steve Kasamba is not an ordinary man. Look here. The thing is that, as I always say, Africans here in the UK or in Europe, we run a lot of things and we run a lot of businesses. We are in entertainment businesses. We are everywhere that in every sector. Now, today, I am actually going to speak to Steve Kasamba about his music journey. And in fact, it's not just a music journey. This is also his business. But this is one of the musicians from East Africa, I must say, who is very, very, very serious. Now, you see, the guy is very organized. Let me show you something here. Even you can see he has got a website that really functions properly, as you can see in the background here. If you see this, yeah, I think I'm pointing correctly. This guy is a working guy, you know, he's a key worker. Let's say, let us put it well. Because I haven't prepared a script to introduce him, things that I might say, I'm sure they will connect and will make sense. Now, in a few minutes, not in a few minutes, in a few seconds, I'm going to introduce to you to Steve Kasamba. He will tell you, and I'm going to start by asking, who is Steve Kasamba? Please, Steve Kasamba, take it away.
Yeah, Stephen Kasamba is an ordinary man from East Africa in a country called Uganda. Yeah, Stephen Kasamba, of course, he's got a name Stephen because, of course, Uganda was colonized by Great Britain, and we have English names because I'm a Catholic, I'm a Christian. And then Kasamba is my African name. And then I've got my middle name, which is longer, actually, to say. So I end up using only Stephen Kasamba.
So, Steve.
Yes.
I will call you Steve, or I could call you Kasamba. You know, anything for me works. But now, look, talk about Bantu Arts. You know, you can hear my voice. I'm very excited. It might go high, it might go low. But I would like you to explain to our viewers, how did you come up with Bantu Arts?
It's actually, literally for me, my skills, my knowledge, my art, it's been a learning journey. I started off entertainment when I was in Uganda in school, but of course at school I was doing, my education was mostly in boarding schools. So my parents, as you know, back home, if you're in a boarding school, they don't value art, drums and music. They don't think that it's a career that you can proceed with it in life. So I literally paused off a little bit of my entertainment until I came back in this country. But my journey started from Uganda, where I was more into entertainment, into dance. I love music, I love dances. And every time I see people performing, I feel like I'm at home. Then I came in the UK. Of course, I was still, in fact, the reason I'm doing what I'm doing is because I've been so connected with a lot of people who knows art and who loves what I do, right? So then I carried on doing entertainment. I carried on doing dance, drumming, music, and so on whilst in the UK. I opened up a few companies. Some, of course, didn't work out as I hoped they would. As I said from the beginning, it's a learning curve for me. So I ended up learning more on how I can involve myself in a business that is more prominent, is more profound, and to have a name as well that will sell, that people will can associate well with from where I'm from. So then I came up with Bantu Arts, and as we all know, Bantu, or those who don't know, Bantu means a group of people. Omuntu is one single person, which is singular. Then I thought, okay, I'm a Bantu speaking person, or from Bantu speaking people. The best way to bring a company that produce and that specializes in where I'm from, I need to have a name that will associate, that will identify where I'm from. That's why I came up with the name Bantu. Then I add on, of course, the arts.
So now, you know, before we go further,
yeah,
this is, as you can see here, I want to show our viewers you in action and what you actually do. So basically, yeah. Now you can see you are everywhere. You are in open air spaces. You are sometimes you are in concerts, as we see. So you are there working all the time.
I do.
Basically, let us see what is. I just want to, as we are talking.
Yeah.
You know, I have seen you in so many setups. I have seen you at weddings. I have seen you at conventions. I have seen you at, and mind you, this is in our communities. But also you go to schools, man. You go to schools. You conduct workshops there. But I wanted to ask you. You know, there is a Muzungu guy in your where did you get this guy? This guy is so lively, man. You know, and he's really he gives it. Yeah, man. How did you? Then we will get to another bit. How did you get this guy?
Basically, we call him actually Musisi. His name is called Musisi.
Okay.
Okay. That's a Ugandan name, but his real name's Warren Hayes. But we actually were performing in Twickenham Stadium, rugby stadium, and he was one of the, I think he was one of the people that we met at the event in Twickenham, and he loved what we do, and he said he wanted to join the group. But in actual sense, he's a professional dancer, but his specialty is tap dance and jazz dance. So he saw what we do, he loved what we do, and he said, okay, Stephen, I want to join your group. Why don't I come and be part of your group? I said, please. Our group is called Bantu Arts. It welcomes people. It has doors open to everyone. So please come and join in. So he came in. He loved what we do. He loves all types of dances. As you all know, we do dances from the north of Uganda, central, west, and east. But all the dance that we were bringing to him, he was amazed and he loved it. And you would think he's from Africa, and he loved it. And everywhere we go, he's the highlight of the day.
Cool. So now, now this is a section that I would like you to actually tell the viewers.
Yeah.
You know, the coronavirus pandemic has caused a lot of problems. And also, it has affected a lot of businesses, including your own. So, how are you coping with the coronavirus pandemic?
Well, to be quite honest, let me first of all give my condolences to those who have lost their loved ones. Because coronavirus is a very serious virus. People are dying seriously, and there's so many things which are happening actually in people's lives. I have to look at the bright. All right, for me, as an artist, I'm used to going out. I'm used to performing. I'm used to doing projects. I'm used to seeing people perform. I'm used visiting other, performances and other venues everywhere we go. But of course, now we're in a lockdown. I think we are in the 4th week now, 5th week, I think. So as an artist, I'll start off with a disadvantage, which I've literally faced. One is the financial aspect, because we earn as we go along. Lots of schools, lots of projects that we've been part of, the gigs that have been booked, of course, they've been postponed because of the self-isolation and the lockdown and the public gatherings. So many things like the festivals I was meant to be part of, and just being isolated from the from your art, from your job that you do on a regular basis. It has really turned out so bad on our side, on my side, mostly because I'm an artist. I earn my living through the performance of what I do, through the jobs of entertainment. Of course, that has affected us. But anyway, that's one of those disadvantages. But on the other side, I think it has helped me in a way because I've given myself a review of the business plan in my business. So looking forward about the business plan, about what we're going to do better in the near future and so on. Then, of course, it gives me time to do a bit of costumes, look at all alterations of my costumes, make sure that everything is perfect. Then the other thing I'll think of is instruments, my instruments. Now, at least I've learned how to repair some of the instruments. I've managed to put few strings on most of the instruments, paint them or decorate them or put them in the right way so that they can sound better. The resonation is well, strings are better, and all these kind of things. So that is one of the things that has helped me as well. And then, of course, learning about a few things online like Zoom. We start doing business online, because we've been used to going to people's houses or going to people's to venues or festivals or these kind of venues. That's what we've been used to. But now a new trend of doing a business online, like using Zoom or House Party and other social networks to say your business or to basically to do something different for your community. On top of that, it's on a personal note, I managed to spend time with my family because, as you know, we artists, we are always on the move. We're always moving up and down. So, but because we've been at home in the lockdown, I managed to spend most of my time with my family. We do things together. My wife has helped me a lot in terms of repairing costumes and even advise me on things that we can do better in the near future. So that is very, very important for me because we never get that. We never, ever, I never get that. I'm 24/7. I'm moving up and down, up and down. You're like, spend most of my time outside and inside the house.
Okay.
So right now.
So yeah, that's very good. That's very good to hear. But you know, one question that I want to ask you, being a successful business person, you need focus and you need to visualize what exactly you want to be able to achieve.
Of course.
Do you think that part plays in your business?
I think it does, because at the end of the day, once you sit down, you got nothing. You're not worrying about upcoming shows. You're not worried about what am I going to do to market my business. So it gives you a time of focus. You sit down, you concentrate, you look at things that have not been working well, things that you can do better. You even yourself to kind of like to relax a bit more, because you're at home. All you do is wake up, do a bit of house cleaning, maybe do a bit of drumming, do a bit of dancing, do a bit of bits and pieces, go in the garden. So it gives you a sense of focus. It gives a sense of relaxation, so where we are, I'm so relaxed. I'm so calm in a way, and I've got time to do other things at home, which I don't usually have.
Well, okay. The question that I really wanted you to focus on is that you see, many African musicians, they only have Facebook and probably a YouTube channel. But you have got a website which is really fully functional. Look, I'm playing it back here in the background there.
Of course.
This is the tool, and you ask many musicians, you say, well, look, how can I find you? Or how can I get information? And they tell you, find me on YouTube and find me on Facebook. Okay, so these social media outlets, they are okay, they are fine. It's a communication tool, but it is not really an information tool similar to Facebook or no, similar to a website, because on a website, you can actually see you are illustrating exactly what you do. People, when they go there, they will see about the costumes that basically you have got an identity.
Okay.
Now, tell me one thing about the costumes and the instruments. Do you make them yourself, or some of them are imported?
So I'll start off with the instruments. Like an instrument like this, it's called
Yeah,
a dum.
which you will play later on.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So the problem here is, well, it's not a problem, but I get the box and I get the, which I call the neck, all right?
Right.
But the rest of it, all these, I bought them and I basically assemble the entire instrument myself. So it's like buying a table and you read the instructions or the manual to assemble it.
Yeah.
I don't have a manual. I don't have anything to assemble the instrument. I know what I need, and I lose the thing that I don't need. So I managed to make one of these instruments, and then there is another instrument here, right? This one.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're both the same, but this one is a medium, and this one is a solo.
Okay.
Right? So you see, the wood is never black. So I make it. I decorate it. I put the right strings, the size of the strings, everything. So I make it the way I want it to be. When it comes to costume as well, there are some, of course, that needs alteration. There are some that we make from scratch. And to be a successful person, you cannot have the same costume that you wear every day on every show. I'll say we have so many shows. So my aim is to make sure that we have a variety, or we have enough costumes to go around on every type of dance that we do. And every event we do, I try my best to make sure that we have different outfit, something looks different.
Okay.
Because appearance to me matters a lot.
Okay, so let us go back to the instruments again. So these instruments, are they Ugandan instruments, or you have a collection of instruments from other parts of Africa?
Oh, I've got most of the instruments that I have are Ugandans, but I have other instruments like djembe, which I can show you one of them here.
Yeah, grab it quickly so we have a look.
Yeah, like this one.
Yeah.
So this one is the djembe.
Yeah.
And then I've got the congas, I've got the dum-dums from Ghana, djembe from West Africa. Then I've got the ngoni. I've got a variety of African instruments. Reason why I have a variety of African instruments is I'm an entertainer. I'm a business person. We have jobs that are not specifically Ugandans. So when we get a job that requires South African entertainment or West African entertainment, I have the right tools to produce and to deliver that in that kind of style. I don't want to use Ugandan drums onto a West African performance, unless they're saying, okay, we do East and West. That's when I'll mix up. But if the show requires me to deliver in South African style, I'll bring South African style. But I have a variety of instruments, basically.
Fantastic. Now, later, you know what I would like to hear? Not me, just grab that instrument that you have been showcasing.
Yeah.
And maybe I might even jam with you. I don't know. If the technology allows, I will play along with you. If it doesn't work, that's all the same. So here we go.
Let's try.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Just play a groove. I will follow you. By the way, I am playing a kalimba.
Sorry?
I am going to be playing a kalimba. So you carry on.
All right, no problem. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That is, I know we are struggling with a little bit of connectivity because I understand there is a 20 seconds delay as you can,
Okay.
but that gives you an idea. But one day I'm sure we will be able to sort these
Absolutely. So
technology
what
problems.
I can do, let me play probably one song, probably 1 minute or two,
Yeah, 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 yeah. You
while I'm
just play
singing as
on
well.
your own, and you can sing along if you want to. That's very good. That's very good. But where is that tune from? The language?
So the language is from Rwanda.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
you see, you adapt to anything because I don't think Rwanda they have got this kind of instrument.
no. The reason why we adapt is, Rwanda. Rwanda has been part of Uganda actually for quite a long time. So there's so much similarity. Some of the music we play with the same instrument, but we Ugandans, we know. Like I can play jambo on this instrument. Jambo, oh jambo, bwana, habari gani, muzuri sana.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay.
wageni, wakaribisha. So we can adapt to music. Is different from kind of like dances or anything like that. But we can play any kind of music, any kind of song. I can even play children lullaby like oh, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So you can adapt.
Fantastic, fantastic. I think we have actually covered a whole lot of ground, but even that seems as if it is not enough. I think what we need to do,
Mm-hmm.
we need to create a series of what you do. Say, for example, in one show, we can talk about costumes and where they come from and what the meanings and stuff. Because when you are doing something big like this, you can't really do it in 20 minutes or 30
Of course
minutes,
not.
So,
Of course.
this has been our testing ground. Now we know what it is we need to do. And next time we will also alert the viewers. We will tell them what exactly we intend to do. So next time, you know what? We haven't actually spoken about your shed, where you are sitting right now. Yes, man. Yes. Yeah. Talk about the shed a little bit.
Okay. This is my shed. This is where the business is run. My shed is my storage. My shed is my life in terms of where I earn a living, because I've got the office on my left hand side here. I've got drums all the way here. If you go the other side, you've got all different types of costumes for the productions, children production, adult production. Then I've got theming, decoration here. Anything that requires African theming deco, we theme it to your specification. Then around that side, we've got art crafts, different art crafts. Then the other side, I've got all kind of the crafts. We have a shop online where it hasn't started working yet, but we do sell art crafts like beads and costumes and
you see, these are
variety
the
of things.
these are the kind of things that we need to see next time when we are talking about all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my shed is everything, basically, everything.
Yes, Steve Kasamba.
Yes,
Bantu
sir.
Arts. It's been
It
a
is.
long journey, but I'm sure, well, you are on it, and you are
Well,
the right guy to this kind of thing. And let me hope that, as I have suggested, we're going to have to think of ideas so that we have a series, like maybe 5 series about your
Of
show.
course.
We talk
Of
about
course.
we will talk about the shed, we will talk about the costume, we will talk about a whole lot of things. So
There's definitely there's so much. If we ever like sit down, and there's so much going on, and leave alone the entertainment, how I run the business, how I'm setting up, the people that I use, the artists that I'm connected with. And in fact, I'm very blessed to have the right people behind me, from my family to the artists that are always on the platform in front of me, because I push them for rehearsals, I push them for practices to make sure that everything is perfect, and they push me as well to make sure that I have the right things on board. When we go to shows, that we have everything is in place. So I literally have to thank all those individuals, my family, my artists that are with me all the way. But of course, as we know right now, we have a problem of rehearsals because we are locked down, but we're doing things online anyway.
Good. So it has been a pleasure talking to you again. But I'm sure we will talk again.
Absolutely.
And there is plenty to talk about.
Absolutely.
So for now, I'm sure our viewers, they must have been entertained as always.
Oh, so, well, they will. We can say goodbye with an instrument called.
Oh, yes. And please tell us what this is.
Okay, so this one is called Endingidi, right? And Endingidi, that's in our native language, Uganda, but in English they call it a tube fiddle. And the reason why they call it a fiddle is you fiddle with your fingers to make the sound, all right? Of course, it's the African violin for us, okay? So I'm just gonna play anything, just
anything random.
Demonstrate.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you very much. And I hope to, come on. Oh, you see, technology sometimes is. So Kasamba, thank you very much. And I hope I hope to talk again. So until then, ciao.
Yeah. Thank you, AIL TV. Thank you, Joseph. And please keep it up.